Welcome back to WMMA5. Today we got UFC 326, the BMF belt that just took place last Saturday. Obviously, Olivera won the belt from Max Holloway, but in our save, it hasn't been done yet. We got two title fights. Obviously, the BMF is the main event. Dern versus Sika Izawa for the co-main event at 155 or 115. My bad. Israel Adesanya, Joe Pyfer in the featured fight. Baraujo versus RDR. And then Renato Moicano versus Brian Ortega. Much better main card if you do ask me. Than real life. Here are the prelims. If you want to pause, read it. Grasso Barber, Rodriguez, Fajeda, Garbrandt, Wellmaker, Font, Rosas Jr., and so forth. All right, moving on. Who do we got? 7 picks for Olivera, none for Holloway. 7 picks for Dern, none for Izawa. No picks for Adesanya, 7 for Pyfer. Okay. 2 for Baraujo, 5 for RDR, 4 for Moicano, and 3 for Ortega. Those are your picks for the main card. Opening up the pay-per-view, we got Dante Johnson versus Dusko Todorovic. I probably butchered that fucking name. Anyways, Dusko is the favorite. Dusko does get the victory over Dante Johnson via TKO in round 2. The fight was rated as fantastic. Dante Johnson, who did fight this last weekend, won. Dusko gives a post-fight interview. Nothing too spectacular. Ju Zombie Jr. Sang Yu versus Danny Silva. Ju Sang Yu, pretty good prospect. He is the heavy favorite at a minus 650. Danny Silva a plus 510. And Ju Sang Yu gets it done via unanimous decision. Fight was rated as good. He's a charismatic talker. He would like Razabali Sayaduleyev. I'm probably butchering these fucking names. Anyways, moving on. Cody Durden versus Neminyargul Tumendemberel. A fight that happened last weekend, and the Art of the Knockout is the favorite. He did get the victory in real life this past weekend, and he gets the victory here via knockout in 48 seconds of round 2. So a nice knockout there compared to a unanimous decision in real life. Moving on, we got Luke Fernandez versus Rodolfo Bellato. This fight opened up the card this past weekend. Bellato is the underdog here at a plus 230. He got the victory in round, I think, 2, a TKO last weekend. And Luke Fernandez gets the victory here via round 3, unanimous decision, obviously, round 3. He was a minus 300, so the heavy favorite, Luke Fernandez, in his first fight in the UFC. He gets it done over Rodolfo, Rodolfo Bellato. He says he's already looking forward to his next fight. He has real superstar quality in this sort of setting. Okay, interesting. Moving on, we got Rob Font versus Raul Rosas Jr. Probably one of the worst fights I've ever watched. This was the featured fight on the real-life card here. Buried on the undercard, Font is the huge favorite at a minus 660. Raul Rosas Jr. at a plus 520. And Raul Rosas Jr. gets it done via TKO round 1 in only a minute 15 seconds. Huge underdog. Okay, this is crazy compared to the real life fight that happened where he just laid and prayed and landed 8 fucking strikes. Raul Rosas Jr. landing 2 strikes, or 7 total if you count some ground strikes. 7 strikes total in this fight. Rob Font landing 2 punches, 2 jabs, and gets knocked the fuck out as the heavy favorite. A minute into round 1. Wow. Okay, Raul Rosas Jr. is a problem in this save. He says that being such a heavy underdog helped motivate him during the training. He's delighted because he caused an upset and proved the bookies wrong. Mentioning the bookies in your post-fight interview is insane, but I should not be surprised in the fucking slightest. Next up, Cody Garbrandt versus Malcolm Wellmaker. Someone's getting knocked the fuck out. I'm not going to say who I think's getting knocked the fuck out, but let's just sim. And Malcolm Wellmaker, the kick, knocks out Cody Garbrandt in round 2. So Cody Garbrandt gets knocked out via kick to Malcolm Wellmaker. Wellmaker was the favorite at a minus 350. Cody Garbrandt, only 34, losing to the young prospect, the young 31-year-old prospect, Malcolm Wellmaker. Wellmaker back in the victory column after losing his last fight, which was kind of surprising. Wellmaker highlights what an amazing fight this was and says this is why he loves MMA. He knows how to sort of do these interviews and generate a buzz about himself. So Wellmaker gets the victory. Moving on, we got Gregory Rodriguez versus Bruno Ferreira in the rematch. Ferreira took the first fight. He is a plus 520, so heavy underdog. RoboCop at a minus 660, the huge favorite. And RoboCop gets it done via round 1 TKO, just like real life. It is split now 1-1. Rodriguez wins 1. Ferreira wins 1. Maybe we'll set up the trilogy. Who knows, man? Sneaky trilogy on the line. Regardless, great finish by RoboCop. He is asked who he'd like to face next, and he replies Roman Dolidze. That's a fight we can make, but I think, Rodriguez deserves to be fighting up the rankings. He deserves to fight someone like, I think, Kyle Barajo or RDR. Whoever loses, I think that's a good fight to make in real life. I think Rodriguez versus Barajo, but obviously Barajo is going to be fighting up the rankings. Moving on, Alexa Grasso versus Macy Barber in the final fight of the prelims. Grasso is a favorite at a minus 250. Barber plus 190. And Macy Barber gets it done via unanimous decision. The fight was rated as fantastic, so Grasso loses. She's kind of on a skid, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, she's drawn with Valentina Shevchenko. She's lost to Shevchenko. She's lost to Silva. And now lost to Macy Barber. So Macy Barber, right there in title contention in the, I was going to say flyweight division. I'm forgetting what division this is. 125. She praises Grasso for a tough fight. The camera loves Macy Barber, etc., etc. Moving on to the first fight of the main card. We got Renato Moicano versus Brian T-City Ortega. A fight that was supposed to happen. Wow, that was a crazy Minnesotan accent. Supposed to happen. Anyways, Renato Moicano is the slight favorite at a minus 130. Ortega at a plus 100 in his first fight in the flyweight division. And Renato Moicano gets it done via unanimous decision. Moicano back in the win column. Ortega just on a crazy skid of tough fights, tough luck since his loss to Volkanovski. Moving on. Renato Moicano doesn't really say anything in this interview crazy, which is kind of shocking. We've got Kyle Barajo versus RDR, Rainier de Ritter. Rainier de Ritter is the favorite at a minus 250 in this save. Barajo at a plus 190. And Kyle Barajo gets it done via split decision. Fight was rated as decent. RDR lands 3 of 5 takedowns. None of them landed anything crazy on the feet. Equal amount of jabs. Barajo with 1 kick. And RDR, I guess, was just more active on the ground. He had 2 submission attempts, a ground pass, more ground strikes. So RDR gets it done via split decision. If he lost that fight, or maybe still he could move up to light heavyweight. I know that was in talks for real life. I think he would do. I think the light heavyweight division needs someone like RDR. It just needs more talent. I know. Who the fuck did he just fight that? I'm totally Whitaker. Whitaker is moving up to light heavyweight. I think RDR moving up to light heavyweight would be good for the division, especially with Pereira moving up to heavyweight. Light heavyweight is very talent depriving right now. But hey, Barajo loses this. Maybe Barajo versus Rodriguez. That would be an interesting fight. RDR back in the win column. Maybe he fights Brandon Allen next for the rematch. That was kind of fluky. He said he wasn't feeling good. Barajo praises Ritter for a tough fight. Oh, shit. I got that completely wrong. Barajo defeats RDR via split decision. Wow. Okay, never mind. I completely botched that. Misread that. Barajo gets it done via split decision as the underdog at a plus 190. Wow. Okay. RDR did more. That's actually crazy then. Okay. Anyways. Moving on, we got Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. Wow, I can't believe they gave that to Barajo. Wow, that's tough. Okay, maybe RDR moves up to light heavyweight then. Totally got that fucking... Literally, take everything I said and forget it. Anyways, Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. I know this is a fight night coming up in real life, but much better featured fight of the night. On a real card in front of real fans. I know it's in Seattle, but this is a good fight on a real card. Okay, a real numbered card. Izzy is the underdog at a plus 180. Pfeiffer is the minus 230 favorite. Kind of crazy. If Izzy loses this, he is like officially washed. It would be kind of sad to see. Anyway, simming to the end, Israel Adesanya defeats Joe Pfeiffer via split decision. So back-to-back split decisions. It was rated as decent. Joe Pfeiffer tried to land 2 takedowns. He was unsuccessful. Both landed similar amount of punches. Adesanya working the kicks more. Pfeiffer landing more ground strikes. Nothing powerful, though. Yeah, I guess that was really close. Interesting. Okay, so Izzy gets it done via split decision. Not the best look for Izzy. You would like him to go out there and like put on a dominating performance. Something that really says, I'm not washed. But getting a split decision against Joe Pfeiffer, I mean, a win's a win, but okay, interesting. I think that's more telling on Joe Pfeiffer than Izzy. Izzy says he's clearly not happy about the result. He felt it should have been a clear unanimous decision. He was fantastic, knows exactly how to work a crowd and sell himself. I mean, that's not surprising. But really, thinking that's a clear unanimous decision, kind of crazy. Moving on, we got Mackenzie Dern versus Sika Izawa. Sika Izawa is a plus 420. And Dern is a minus 530 in the women's strawweight division, fighting for the strawweight title. We will skip to the end of this one, unless you really want to see it. I don't know. Yep, unanimous decision. Sika Izawa defeats Mackenzie Dern via unanimous decision. The fight was rated as average. Wow, so the heavy underdog coming over to the UFC, winning the strawweight title in her first fight, the fight metrics. She landed 8 takedowns on Dern. 8 of 10 takedowns. That's crazy. Neither of them landed anything on the feet. Not a knee, not a kick, not a punch, nothing on the feet. Izawa landing 151 ground strikes. No submission attempts for her. 2 for Dern. They were obviously unsuccessful. Dern only landing 22 ground strikes. None of them were powerful, so just an absolute snooze fest. Kind of like Hamzat light for Izawa, but she is the new women's strawweight title holder, which is good. I mean, you get some fresh faces. Maybe we can move Weili Zhang back down. Fight for the real champion for the belt. Izawa versus I just fucking blanked on it. Weili Zhang that'd be a good fight. Moving on to the main event, the BMF. She's happy when her UFC debut. She's very happy here. Winning your UFC debut for the title is kind of crazy. Moving on, we got Charles Do Bronx Olivera. You know him. Max Bless Holloway. You know him. Olivera dominating in real life. This is where we skip play-by-play. The BMF belt on the line here. Olivera is a minus 400. Holloway is a plus 310. Kind of crazy. The fight is for the UFC BMF. Herb Dean will be the referee. Round 1 begins. The fighters touch gloves. They come together and strike. Holloway slips past a right hook attempt and tries to jab Olivera. They exchange a few strikes. Nothing significant. They stand and trade in the center of the cage, but neither fighter gives or takes really any damage. Holloway moves to southpaw. They engage in the center. Holloway lands with a quick punch, but gets a left hand blocked. Olivera lands a left jab and hits a good right hand. About 2 minutes left into the round 1. Nothing really happening. They're still standing in the middle, kind of feeling each other out. Olivera hits a jab, tries to hit a roundhouse kick to the body that does not land. Holloway scores with a brace of jabs and also connects with a left hand. Oh, Olivera gets eye poked. Olivera got eye poked in his left eye. The fight temporarily halts. The referee gives him a few moments to recover. I mean, Holloway, he's sneakily not known, but he is a known eye poker. The fight restarts. 2 minutes left into round 1. The fighters come together and strike. Olivera is off target with a jab, but lands a low kick. Holloway manages to connect with 2 punches out of a flurry and then lands with a right hand to the body. Both fighters step in. Olivera finds a good angle, lands a nice 1-2. Holloway scores 3 punches out of a sudden flurry. Olivera slipping, rolling with the punches. Gets out of the way of a big left hand from Holloway. A minute left into round 1. Olivera lands a left jab but cannot connect on the spinning kick. Holy shit, I can't talk. Holloway lands 3 out of 4 punches. but he's off target with a head kick thanks to the head movement of Olivera. Olivera showing some good head movement, obviously besides the eye poke. 20 seconds left. Olivera lands a jab. Holloway landing a nice combo of 4 punches, and then lands a kick to the head, or kick to the lead leg, my bad. Time is up, round 1. I think that goes to Holloway, but only a 10-9. Beginning of round 2. Fighters come together and strike. Olivera lands a left jab and also scores a glancing blow to the right head. Holloway, holy shit, Olivera. Holloway uses a pair of left jabs and also lands a left hook to the body. So Olivera not really going for any takedowns here. He's standing and banging. He's doing the BMF way comparative to real life. Holloway does not land with a couple of jabs. He lands a left hook to the body. Olivera lands a nice 1-2. Fighter standing in the middle. Nothing really connecting. Holloway lands a couple of strikes here. They step in to strike again. Nothing too crazy. A bunch of pitter-patter punches. Olivera connects cleanly with the right hand. Does not rock Holloway, who's got a nice chin. I know his chin's a little shaky. Holloway lands, or not Holloway, Olivera lands a leg kick. So Olivera needs to mix in some leg kicks, and I think he needs to start grappling. I mean, it is the BMF title. This is what people wanted. You know, stand and bang. Olivera is off target with the jab, hits a nice kick to the leg. Holloway throwing more punches and bunches. 3 out of 5. 2 minutes left into round 2. Olivera lands a nice 1-2 combination. Holloway attacks with 4 quick punches, lands 2 of them, and hits a big right hand. So nothing significant so far. No one's been rocked. Olivera hits a jab and also lands a nice right hook. Holloway was rocked on that last shot right as I talk about it. So Olivera with the left jab and a huge right hook. Holloway's rocked by the last shot. He backs up to the cage, covering up, but looks very unsteady. A right cross thumps into Holloway. Olivera is looking to get Holloway in the Muay Thai clinch. Olivera manages it and controls a very dazed Holloway back of the head. Holloway tries to wrestle free of the Muay Thai clinch, but he cannot. From the clinch, Holloway takes an elbow to the side of the head, but there was not much power to it. Olivera misses a knee strike, but maintains control of the clinch. 5 seconds left of the round, and round 2, saved by the bell, Holloway. He was cooked there up against the fence. That's where Olivera wants him, in the Muay Thai, in the clinch, up against the fence, landing elbows, landing uppercuts, landing knees, but he cannot get it done. They give that round to Olivera, a 10-9. Right now it's 19-19. Both fighters have a round up on each other. Round 3 begins. Holloway hits with a jab, misses a right hook. Olivera scores with a brace of jabs and hits a right hand. Holloway is limping slightly. Okay, wow, Holloway is now limping. Olivera finds a good angle, lands a nice 1-2. Holloway manages to connect with 4 punches, but cannot get the kick to the body to land. The 2 fighters stand and exchange strikes, nothing really landing. Olivera misses with a right counter that leaves him wide open. Holloway comes in with a few quick jabs, followed by a spinning kick that fails to land home. So Holloway trying to mix in the kicks to the body. Holloway is limping still. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. We're halfway through the round. The fighters come and engage. Olivera uses a pair of left jabs and scores with a left kick to the body. Holloway throws some more punches, misses with the right hook. Olivera is still moving well, but he is breathing deeper and more heavily now. Holloway is still limping. Wow, but Olivera not really attacking the legs of Holloway, as he clearly can see him limping. Olivera scores with a left hook. Holloway hits a flurry of 4 punches, still trying to connect with the body kick. I mean, at what point do you just give it up, man? Holloway is limping a little from the damage he's taken to the legs. I get it, man. Holloway is just, I guess he's in a lot of pain limping throughout this round. The fighters go toe-to-toe with a couple of strikes. Nothing really lands here. Final minute of the round. I mean, I don't know who you give this round to. Maybe Holloway. He landed probably more punches. Holloway attacks with 5 quick punches, misses the right hook. Olivera displaying some good boxing. Hits a 4-punch combo and ends with a right cross. Holloway scores with 2 punches out of a flurry. He does not connect with the low kick. Olivera throws 4 quick punches, lands one of them, but misses with a high kick. Round 3 expires, and they give that round to Olivera. Okay, interesting. So they think Olivera's up 29-28. Beginning of round 4, the 2 fighters exchange. Holloway throws 3 quick punches, has the right hook blocked. Olivera lands 2 of 3 quick punches and hits a right cross. So Olivera's right cross. Olivera's right hand is looking really well this fight, finding his way through the guard of Holloway. Holloway is starting to slow down a touch, perhaps conserving a little bit of energy. Olivera moves confidently around the cage, stalking Holloway. He has not shot one takedown in this fight. Olivera uses a left jab and hits a left hits a left to the body. Holloway throwing punches and bunches, lands 4 quick punches. Olivera quickly throws a punch and lands, hits a kick to the lead leg. Holloway lands 2 or 3 punches. So now they're scrapping. Standing in the middle, Olivera lands a left jab and a right cross. Holloway finds a good angle and lands a nice 1-2. So now we're getting into it. This is what BMF's about. They're landing, they're exchanging, they're both landing good, clean shots. Olivera lands a left jab, misses with the right hook. About halfway through the fight, or the round, Olivera hits a jab, scores with a quick kick to the lead leg. So he's mixing in the leg kicks now after he noticed Holloway was limping the entire third round. Holloway now goes to the southpaw stance. Clearly his lead leg is compromised. The two fighters come forward to exchange. Nothing really too much happening. Olivera throws a leg kick. It does not connect. Holloway sees the opportunity, attacks with 2 jabs. They're followed with a solid left hand. They meet in the center and strike. Holloway attacks. Nothing really mattering after those quick couple attacks. Man, I'm just fucking alphabet soup talking right now. Olivera scores with a glancing blow with the right head kick. Holloway scores with 3 punches out of a sudden flurry. Fails the hook attempt to the body. So Olivera looking good, slipping past the punches. Holloway trying to attack the body of Olivera, but it's really just not landing. The punches, the hooks, the kicks to Olivera's body just, I don't know, man. Looking very tired, Olivera tries to clinch, buys some time to recover. Olivera looks for a trip takedown by sweeping a leg with 15 seconds in the round 4. An outside trip sweeps Holloway to the ground where he has left a pull guard. Time runs out. That round certainly got fans going, and they give that round to Olivera. That last 15 seconds, taking Holloway down, might have done it for Olivera. Holloway needs a finish. That is what the announcers are saying. They do not believe Holloway is up. They believe Olivera is up 2 rounds on Holloway. Holloway lands with some punches. Olivera lands a nice right hook. They come together and stand. Holloway lands a nice 4 quick jabs, follows with a nice right hook. Holloway is on rubber legs, though, all of a sudden. That last shot, wait, what? Olivera scores with a jab and also nails a right cross. So he lands the right cross, but after that, Holloway lands some nice jabs. But I guess that right cross rocked Holloway. Holloway is on rubbery legs all of a sudden. That last shot must have rattled him. He staggers up against the cage, covers up, trying to buy time to recover. A head kick hits Holloway. It didn't really get through the guard of Holloway, though. Olivera sees an opportunity, leaps at Holloway with a flying knee. It hits, but not fully. Holloway remains leaning against the cage. Grabbing a brief clinch. Olivera uses a short knee to strike to the chest. Holloway blocked most of it. So Holloway doing a good job negating any damage after that huge strike Olivera landed. Holloway manages to clear his head and circle away from the cage, back to the center of the cage. Here we go. We got 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. Olivera is starting to push himself now. His corner is responding by urging him. His corner responds. Wow, that makes no sense. Anyways. So 3 minutes left. Olivera is looking very tired. Holloway seeking a finish here, especially after getting rocked twice in this fight. Can Olivera do it? Holloway do it. Holy shit, dude. Their names are like too close for me to talk fast enough through it. Holloway lands some nice jabs. We are halfway through the round. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. Holloway switches to the southpaw stance. Holloway hits a nice 2-punch combination. Quick right and a straight left. Olivera uses the jab, scores with a great right hook. Olivera does not look like he has much left in the gas tank. Uh-oh. Can Holloway get a last-minute miracle finish? He does not find the right hook. Holloway scores with a brace of jabs, misses the left hook. 1:30. Olivera is off target with the left jab. Lands a nice right hook, though. Holloway, though, scores with a stinging left high kick. Uh-oh. That's huge strike. We got a minute left in the round. That high kick hurt Olivera. Olivera backs off until he's up against the cage. Clearly rocked. Holloway immediately advances. He knows this is his chance to win. Sensing that this is the chance to end the fight, Olivera blocks most of the left head kick with his arm. So Olivera backed up against the cage. Holloway going for a lead head kick, but Olivera blocks most of it. A minute left. Holloway tries to finish with a scoring left hand. Olivera slips past it at the very last second. Olivera circles back to the center, having gotten what he needed to regain his wits. Wow. So Olivera recovers. Holloway not showing some great fight IQ, going for a head kick when Olivera is clearly rocked up against the fence. Holloway is now tired. 50 seconds left. Holloway needs a finish. That might have been his one chance. Olivera still looking for the jab. Lands it. Nothing really too crazy. 10 seconds. The fighters looking both shattered. Clinch up. So the last 10 seconds ends in a takedown attempt for Olivera. He gets it. He gets Holloway to the mat. And Olivera unloads with some right hands. Holloway deals with them comfortably. So instead of the point down at the end, we end on Holloway's back. And they give that round to Olivera. Wow. The official scorecard. So that might have been Holloway's only chance. All three judges score it 49-46. For your winner, Charles "Do Bronx" Olivera via unanimous decision. Holloway had him at the end there, man. He had him rocked against the cage. I'm not sure what he was thinking. Going for the head kick. I really don't, man. Olivera wins the UFC BMF title. The fight was rated as great. Holloway landing 101 jabs, 2 power punches. Olivera getting 2 takedowns. Olivera landing much more significant power punches. Half the jabs. Holloway landed a nice, clean leg kick that rocked Olivera. Nothing really too much happening besides that. I mean, yeah, he rocked Holloway twice, Olivera. But Holloway almost pulled through at the end. Holding the BMF title, Olivera is now your UFC BMF champion. What an abysmal main card. Unanimous decision, split decision, unanimous decision, and a unanimous decision for the main event. Just fucking terrible. Not a finish. The prelims were crazy. Only 3 decisions. We had a TKO, a knockout, a TKO, a knockout, and a TKO. Holy shit. The undercard was crazy on this one. Main card, horrible. Moving on. Fight of the night, they want to give it to Olivera versus Holloway. I mean, I guess. Knockout of the night goes to Wellmaker. We did not have a sub on the card. Stinker of a main card. No finishes. The BMF ends with Charles Olivera as the victor. That does it for UFC 326. Just like real life, Olivera is the BMF champion. I'll see you in the next video. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you. Love you.